Train your mouth to speak English. Introduction. Hello everyone, and welcome to LinguaSync. My name is Jamie Walker, and today's episode is called Train Your Mouth to Speak English. This is not just another English lesson. It's not about memorizing grammar rules or long vocabulary lists. Instead, today we will focus on something very simple but very powerful: your mouth. Many learners study for years. They read, they watch, they listen, but when it is time to speak, suddenly nothing comes out. The brain goes blank, the lips freeze, and confidence disappears. The problem is not your intelligence, and it's not that your English is bad. The real problem is this: your mouth is not trained. By the end of this episode, you will know how to train your mouth like a muscle. You'll have a daily routine that takes only 5 minutes, but can transform your fluency. So, stay with me until the very end. This might be the turning point in your English journey. Part 1. The Hidden Truth. Many English learners believe that their problem is grammar or vocabulary. They spend hours memorizing rules and words, but when it is time to speak, nothing comes out. The truth is, your mouth has never been trained to move like an English speaker. English sounds, rhythm, and mouth positions are very different from your first language. If your mouth is not prepared, your speech will always feel slow and uncomfortable. Think about exercise. Imagine reading 10 books about push-ups, watching 20 videos about push-ups, and even teaching your friend how to do push-ups. But if you never actually try one, your arms will feel weak. When you finally attempt the movement, you will collapse because the muscles are not ready. This is exactly what happens with speaking English. You know the theory, but your mouth has not practiced enough. Your native language feels easy because your mouth has repeated the same sounds thousands of times since childhood. Every vowel, every rhythm, every intonation has been practiced without you even noticing. But in English, your lips, tongue, and jaw are not used to those shapes and movements. That is why speaking feels heavy, unnatural, or even stressful. The problem is not your brain, it is your mouth muscles. English is not only a mental language, it is also a physical one. Words are not just in your memory, they are in the way you shape your lips, how you place your tongue, and how you control your breath. If your body has not learned this movement, you will always hesitate. You may know exactly what to say, but your mouth will not follow quickly enough. This creates the feeling that you understand everything but cannot speak. Here is the good news. Just like muscles in the gym, your speaking muscles can be trained. With the right daily routine, your mouth can learn to move smoothly, naturally, and confidently. You do not need hours of study, and you do not need to sound like a native. You only need short, focused, and consistent practice. Once you train your mouth, speaking English will feel lighter, faster, and much more natural. Part 2. The 5-minute daily routine. When people hear 5 minutes, they often think it is too little to make a real difference. But fluency doesn't come from long hours of silent study. It comes from small, focused actions done every day. Just like brushing your teeth keeps them clean, short daily practice keeps your mouth active in English. It's not about the length of time, it's about how you use that time with energy and intention. The first step is the warm-up. Just as athletes stretch their bodies before a game, you need to prepare your lips, tongue, and jaw before speaking. A simple lip roll, tongue stretch, or jaw opening exercise wakes up muscles you rarely use in your native language. This short routine makes your mouth feel flexible, and once your muscles are awake, your English speech flows more easily. A warm mouth is always better than a stiff one. Next comes the mirror technique. Standing in front of the mirror may feel strange at first, but it is a powerful way to build awareness. When you look into your own eyes and watch your mouth move, you connect more deeply with your voice. Choose a simple sentence such as, "I am learning to speak confidently." Say it slowly, repeat it 5 times, and notice how your lips and tongue shape the words. This habit trains not only your speech, but also your confidence. The third exercise is shadow speaking, and this is where fluency really begins. Find a short audio clip, maybe from a movie, a TED Talk, or even a YouTube video. Listen closely and then repeat immediately, matching the rhythm, speed, and intonation. Don't worry if you make mistakes, just keep going. The goal is to train your mouth and ears together so that English sounds become automatic. Finally, finish with the fluency loop. Take one simple sentence and say it 3 times. First, very slow, then at normal speed, and finally as fast and natural as you can. This step challenges your mouth to move at different speeds, which reduces hesitation and overthinking. By repeating this loop daily, you gradually make sentences feel lighter and easier to say. In just 5 minutes, you create a complete workout for your speaking muscles, one that can transform how English feels on your tongue. Part 3. Speak with flow. One of the main reasons many learners feel stuck is because they speak word by word, like a robot. They say, "I am going to the market," pausing between each word. While the grammar may be correct, the delivery feels unnatural and heavy. Native speakers, on the other hand, connect words smoothly into a single unit of sound. This natural flow makes their speech sound alive, musical, and confident. This smoothness comes from what we call sound clusters. Instead of treating each word as separate, native speakers link 3 to 6 words into one group. For example, instead of saying, "What are you doing?" slowly, they say, "What you doing?" quickly, almost like one word. It's not about being lazy, it's about rhythm. When words connect, speech becomes easier to follow and more natural to the ear. To practice this, start by choosing a few common clusters from daily life. Sentences like, "Did you eat?" often sound like, "Did you eat?" Or, "I don't know" becomes, "I don't know." Repeat these short phrases 5 to 10 times in one breath, letting your mouth get used to the rhythm. At first, it may feel strange or even wrong, but with time, your muscles will remember the pattern. Soon, linking words will feel much easier. Another helpful technique is to practice clusters as if they were a short song. Add rhythm, almost like you're rapping or singing. For example, take "let me know" and say it repeatedly with a beat. "Let me know, let me know, let me know." Music creates memory, and your mouth will quickly adapt to the flow. This playful approach removes tension and helps you enjoy the process of speaking.
Recording your voice is also very important. When you listen to yourself, you can hear if your speech is broken or smooth. In the beginning, it might sound unusual, but after a few days, you will notice improvement. Pair this with background music to build rhythm and breath control. The goal is not to copy a perfect accent, but to let your words flow naturally so people focus on your message instead of your pauses.
Part 4. Brain plus mouth connection. Many learners train their mouths but forget about their minds. They practice pronunciation, repeat phrases, and shadow speakers, but deep inside, they still feel fear. Thoughts like, "What if I sound wrong?" or "What if people laugh at me?" create pressure. When the brain is full of doubt, the mouth cannot speak freely. Fluency needs both, a calm mind and an active mouth. The first way to connect brain and mouth is to speak with emotion, not just accuracy. Too many students focus only on grammar, tense, or word choice. But people remember how you sound and the feeling you give, not the tiny grammar details. If you say, "I am happy to be here," with no emotion, it feels flat. But if you smile and say it warmly, people understand you better and feel closer to you. Another useful approach is to practice like an actor. Actors do not just read lines, they feel them and live them. Take a simple sentence such as, "I'll be there in 5 minutes." Now, say it as if you are excited, then as if you are angry, then as if you are nervous. Notice how your tone, speed, and even body language change. This kind of practice removes fear because you stop thinking about mistakes and start focusing on expression. The brain also works better with shortcuts, not translation. Many learners think in their own language first, then translate to English, then speak. This creates hesitation and silence. Instead, train your brain to connect English phrases directly with meaning. For example, "I'm starving" should connect instantly to the feeling of being very hungry, not to words in your native language. The faster your brain makes these direct links, the more natural your speech will sound. Finally, do not forget the power of the body. Speaking is not just about the mouth, it is about posture, gestures, and movement. When you stand tall, use your hands, and look in the mirror, your brain feels more confident. Your voice becomes stronger, and your speech feels clearer. By combining emotion, thought, and physical presence, you are not just speaking English, you are owning your voice and making it part of who you are. Part 5. Smart repetition. Many learners believe that repetition means saying the same sentence again and again like a machine. They repeat without energy, without feeling, and without purpose. This kind of practice quickly becomes boring, and it does not improve fluency. Real repetition is not about quantity, it is about quality. Each time you repeat, you should add a new layer of skill. The first stage is slow clarity repetition. Choose one sentence, such as, "I don't know what to say." Say it very slowly, paying attention to every sound and movement of your lips and tongue. This teaches your mouth the physical action, just like lifting a light weight carefully in the gym. The goal here is not speed, but precision and awareness. The second stage is flow repetition. Once you can say the sentence clearly, connect the words smoothly in one natural line. Instead of pausing between each word, let them flow together. "I don't know what to say." Repeat it several times until it feels like one piece of sound. This helps your mouth and brain work at normal conversation speed. The third stage is emotion repetition. Take the same sentence and say it with different feelings. Try sounding sad. "I don't know what to say." Then sound angry. "I don't know what to say." Finally, sound surprised or confused. Emotion makes the sentence real and memorable. It also trains your brain to focus on meaning instead of just words. The last two stages push you further. Pressure repetition means saying the sentence fast, challenging your tongue and lips to move quickly. This builds reaction speed for real conversations. Then comes real-life use repetition. Using the same sentence in 3 different situations, such as a job interview, a casual chat, or an emotional moment. When you do this daily, one sentence at a time, you are not just memorizing words, you are training your voice to live in English. Part 6. the final truth. At this point, you already know the methods. You know how to warm up your mouth, use the mirror, shadow native speakers, practice flow, and repeat with purpose. But here's the simple truth. Knowing is not enough. If you only listen and never train, nothing will change. Fluency is not built from information. It is built from action. Many learners spend years collecting knowledge. They watch videos, buy grammar books, and follow English pages on social media. They feel busy, but when it's time to speak, they remain silent. This happens because they practice passively, not actively. Fluency grows only when you open your mouth and repeat out loud, even when it feels uncomfortable. The danger of silence is real. Every time you avoid speaking, you lose an opportunity to connect, to express yourself, or to show who you are. Maybe you wanted to ask a question in class, but stayed quiet. Maybe you wanted to talk to a new friend, but said nothing. These small moments, repeated again and again, can keep you stuck for years. The difference is in daily habits. One learner spends hours studying, but never speaks. Another learner spends just 10 minutes repeating sentences in front of a mirror. After 1 month, the second learner feels more natural and confident because their mouth has been trained. It's not about how much you study, but how consistently you practice speaking out loud. So here is the final message. You don't need to be perfect, and you don't need to wait. Start today, even if it feels strange, even if your words are broken. Train your mouth every day, no matter what. Speak in the mirror, shadow a short clip, repeat one sentence with emotion. Fluency is not about talent, it's about the decision to practice again and again until your voice becomes strong. Closing thoughts. Thank you for spending your time with me on LinguaSync. Today we explored the idea that fluency is not only in your brain, but also in your mouth, your emotions, and your daily habits. I hope these methods give you the confidence to practice in small but consistent ways. Remember, change does not happen in silence, it happens when you open your mouth and allow English to flow. If today's episode spoke to you, I encourage you to take action immediately. Choose one simple exercise, maybe the mirror technique or shadow speaking, and practice it today. Do not wait for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment will never come. The right time is now, even if your words feel imperfect. Every small step will bring you closer to feeling comfortable when you speak. And finally, I would love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, your challenges, or even one sentence of practice in the comment section. Write this simple promise to yourself. I will train my mouth every day. Your voice matters, and your journey matters. Let's keep learning, growing, and speaking together, because fluency begins the moment fear ends.